Okay.
Hey guys, it's Connor and Gabe from the Cinema Guru channel. I'm Connor.
And this is Gabe.
And it was announced today that the game DayZ is coming to PlayStation 4.
Yeah. So, everybody knows that during the 2014 Sony Gamescom conference, Bohemia announced that DayZ will be coming to the PlayStation 4. So, DayZ is a cool game. I enjoyed playing it on my Toshiba.
Beast gaming PC, by the way.
I'm not a big PC gamer. I'm more of a console man. But anyways, besides the fact, back on DayZ, I think it'll be weird if DayZ comes to console. I'm not saying I want it to go to console, but it's gonna be interesting how they choose to do it. Because I remember playing on PC, they had a lot of buttons for a lot of different things.
Yeah, you're the one who's played DayZ and I haven't. What did you think about DayZ on the PC?
See, I enjoyed it because, well, I like the odd PC game, and I like zombie survival games. Like, I used to play zombie survival games all the time. But, see, I think it works on the PC because the PC has a variety of buttons that can be used.
Yeah, the keyboard.
To their advantage. But I mean, see, with the console, you got to be careful how creative you get with your keys, like with your in-game objects and stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you start getting too fancy with it, people are going to get confused and not start liking the game. They're going to accidentally start pressing different control buttons and this and that, and it's going to confuse them, and they're going to be angry.
Well, I think this is the first chance where they can truly utilize the touchpad.
I agree with you there, but I also disagree at the same time because the touch, there's not really, what can you really do with the touchpad though other than swipe up, swipe down, swipe left, swipe right, and press it down?
I don't know, maybe you could just use head movements or something. I don't know. We'll see.
But it's like when they announced that Elder Scrolls Online was coming to PS4.
Yeah, I
remember when we played it on PC, how many buttons and everything there was. It would just become way too confusing.
And that brings up another good point, because they announced DayZ is coming to PS4. They announced H1Z1 like fucking 13 years ago, it feels like. They're like, I don't remember the specifics, but I remember them saying something about 6 weeks, beta in 6 weeks. Like, shit. It's been a long-ass time, and we don't have anything about that game. So that's the only thing that worries me about DayZ. And I've heard, I haven't played, like I said, I haven't played much DayZ, but I've heard that the DayZ standalone is still in pre-alpha and just bugged right to hell. So, it's not looking good for a console release anytime soon.
Yeah, especially with, like, the DayZ's reputation for, like, you remember when they said the DayZ standalone will be coming soon and everything about that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And what was it, like, after, like, a year or something, they finally released, like, the alpha for the DayZ standalone, and it's still not ready yet after, what,
still
2
in
years
alpha.
now? 2.5 years? Yeah, it's not a complete game yet, which is kind of, like, wow. So, I'm saying that DayZ is coming to PlayStation 4. I think it'll come, but
maybe to
it
PS5.
won't come for a while now. Yeah, PlayStation 5.
As someone who hasn't played DayZ, this excites me because I've watched people like Frankie on PC play it, and you play it, and it looks like it could be a really fun game with friends, and it looks like it has a complete different feel and gameplay than everything else that I've ever played. So that's what most interests me.
And the thing I like about it is very challenging. Like,
I've heard it's hard.
It's like everybody remembers RuneScape, right? Like, you remember on RuneScape that if you had your rune armor or your dragon armor and you go into PvP and you know that when you die, you lose that shit. You get mad because you worked hard to get it. That is what DayZ is like, except 10 times worse. Like,
how can it be worse than RuneScape?
Because DayZ, when you die, you lose everything. Like, everything you have. Like, in RuneScape, I think the rule was you can choose 3 items to keep. So, but in DayZ, you lose everything and you get spawned in a new, different location. So let's say if you were in Chernarus, you get spawned somewhere else when you die. Like, you're not in Chernarus anymore. You're like, they don't say, okay, we'll bring you back to a checkpoint close by Chernarus. They spawn you away, like, just in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know, man. That sounds an awful lot like Call of Duty to me.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty, hardcore.
Yeah.
Hardest game ever.
So, anyways, what do you guys think about DayZ coming to PS4? Look in the comments and tell us what you think. Anyway, this is Cinema Guru signing off.